Welcome, everyone. So, I'm so excited to have you here today at Wings Academy for our 2026 summer camp skills. Okay, so my goal for you here is pretty simple. So, to help you to speak with clarity and lead with impact. So, remember, your voice is power. All right. So, let's spend this summer together to understand this particular skill and how we can actually tend to, impart that to our children. All right. So, as you can look at the screen, I'm just going to jump to the next slide and talk about something even more important. All right. So during the camp, as you can see, the students will explore four exciting areas. And what exactly are those areas is the question, right? So the first, the core concept we are going to cover is in reference with public speaking. That is clearly to help them to speak confidently and clearly at the same time. The second, or the most important point in any child's life, is how to tell a story. So, we are going to be talking about that as well. We are going to cover the whole concept, all right? And then coming to the creative writing skill, obviously to strengthen your vocabulary and imagination altogether. And we also have kind of incorporated a particular section where we are going to deal with art and craft studio to develop creativity, focus, and original thinking habits, obviously in your children. Okay. Now, the next slide pretty much talks about a very, obvious question. All right. Now, for example, as you can see on the screen, when is the last time you spoke in front of the people? So, do you feel nervous before you speak? Or do your hands shake? Does your heart beat fast? If your answer is an yes, you do not really have to worry. Okay. The truth is pretty much very important, and we need to understand that it is normal to feel this way. Even adults feel nervous when they are standing in front of a group of people. So this feeling just means that you have a lot of energy in you, all right? But we are going to channelize that this summer and help your children to learn to speak to that particular bunch of people that they are going to pretty much present any information to. All right. The goal here is pretty simple. We are here to help you. We will help you learn how to be brave and how to share your ideas with the world. All right. So let's begin to understand why exactly public speaking matters, as you can see on the screen. Obviously, there are three core points we need to understand that it is not just for actors or politicians. Public speaking is a superpower that anyone can really learn, even your kids. So, point number one is it boosts your confidence in school, work, and your life as well. All right. So, what exactly are we looking at doing in this summer camp? Is we are going to give out certain core concepts wherein your child is going to have a certain sense of information of how to present any content he or she is pretty much looking forward to present. All right. So, the second point, as you can look at the screen, is helps you persuade, inspire, and connect. Okay, what do you mean by that? It helps your kids to connect with people. All right, it helps them to become good speakers, to persuade others to listen to what they have to say. All these core concepts are going to get covered pretty much in our syllabus, and we will get forward with that once you guys probably want to join us or decide to join us. All right. Now, finally, it turns your ideas into impact, or rather, I can say it would help your children to present their ideas clearly without actually losing the focus on what they're talking about. Now, I just want to conclude by saying that this is why we are kind of conducting this summer camp. All right. It's like a crash course to give your ideas a voice and to help your children out there. All right. So the next, the slide on the screen is actually speaking for itself. All right. It says that Let's get to know you better. So share one reason why would you want to improve your speaking skill. Obviously, this is not a virtual session, it's just a recorded demo. However, this question would be kind of important for you to answer for your kids as well. So on a 1 to 10 scale, how confident is your child as a speaker? Do you think it is a 4, a 5, or even a 6? It's not a problem. We are going to cover any level of the proficiency, or okay, when you're looking at presenting, or when your kid is looking at presenting him or herself on the stage. We are kind of looking at covering all those core concepts for you in this particular summer camp that we are articulating. All right. Now, the second question is, do you or your kid, enjoy telling stories, explaining facts, or convincing people? Then let me tell you something, my friends, that you are at the right place. All right. Here, imagine that you're standing, or your kid is pretty much standing on stage, and all eyes and all are on your kid's, body language, or the content that he or she is presenting. What happens at that point of time? Obviously, the kid loses control, and then comes all the physical fears, and it can be pretty much seen by people. So we are here, and we are going to help you kind of combat those fears by different strategies that we have come up with. All right. So the fear of forgetting words, the fear of making mistakes, or the fear of being judged is absolutely true. Okay. But with every confident speaker you see today, once stood exactly where your kid is right now. So at Wings Academy, we are here to help you break those barriers. So we help you to turn those fear into confidence, okay, silence into powerful words, and hesitation to body expression. All right. Now, because your voice matters, you obviously deserve to be heard. So ask yourself a particular question, or help your child to ask this question to themselves, that if they can list any three fears they might face on the stage. Just ask them that question, and kind of try to listen, and try to pay attention to what they say. It's also very important to understand what the kid is facing at that particular point of time when he or she finds themselves standing on a stage. All right, we are going to also help curb those common fears, and that's a part of the curriculum, and we are going to let you know how we can do that during our sessions. All right. Now, as you know, fear can feel like a shadow that's following. All right. So it tells you that you might fall. The fear also tells you that you might be judged, all right, that you are not ready. But the truth is pretty simple. I just want you to kind of take a moment here and stay calm, all right. Help your children to stay calm once they start the sessions with us. It might be overwhelming. However, we plan the journey to be as smooth as possible, okay, so that there is a sense of controlling their mind when they kind of face fear alone. So we are going to kind of let you know how we do this only once you join the session. All right. Now, the next particular slide talks about a very simple yet a well curated strategy, I could say, that would help any individual to present any kind of content on stage. All right. Here's an important truth. It's pretty valid to kind of talk about this particular slide in detail, because nearly 70% of people feel nervous when they are on stage. So, nerves are probably completely normal. Even I feel nervous at times. But at Wings Academy, we teach you certain powerful strategies to overcome that. One of those strategies is the green monkey and the pink elephant. As you can see, the green monkey has a happy, smiley face. However, it's contradictory to the pink elephant here, who is pretty much sulking and is sad. Now, how do you think we kind of teach this to the children? Now, that's something that you need to catch during our sessions. All right. So, the green monkey represents your positive face. All right, the one that encourages you, reminds you of your strengths, and pushes you forward. However, the pink elephant represents those negative forces, and the one that brings doubts and on yourself and creates fear. So we are going to kind of learn how to use these two characters in regards with your kids and help them to overcome the fear of anxiety or the fear of standing in front of a bunch of people and pretty much giving out any kind of information they want to, as as per their need, right? So that's pretty simple. It's a very simple strategy that can help your kids transform their fear into confidence, and we are gonna it's a part of the curriculum as well. Now, the next slide simply talks about the whole concept. How does this work? Obviously, the green monkey and the pink elephant, it's simply put into replacing one negative thought with a positive one. And that, my friends, we need to explore in depth during our live sessions. Of course, because it takes time to get through kids. A lot of examples, a lot of real life situations are going to be used, and we are going to give you the best. Right. Now let's kind of quickly jump to the next slide, which talks about the golden rule. All right. All right. The golden rule, wherein we are going to kind of teach your kids how to maintain an audience profile, how to kind of analyze an audience demographic. All right. And we are also going to give them a practice sessions in regards with their tone, how they can match their tone within a formal or an informal setting, an inspiring tone, a casual tone, or happy or sad, any kind of emotion really. All right. And if you look at the screen, the last point talks about uh, a technique known as the Maslow's needs. All right. This is something which is again widely used. However, we are going to kind of work according to the age of the kid and try to explain this to the kid as per their age requires. All right. So Maslow's human, it's actually called as a Maslow's needs kind of a theory, wherein we use Maslow's human needs to connect with people on a deeper level. Their need for safety, belonging, and purpose is pretty much explained. Obviously, I cannot go explaining about this technique because this is a demo, and we are going to give this as well. Now, the next section is something which is truly one of my favorites because it will help you to kind of become a great writer. We have got a creative writing section during these 8 days, wherein we are going to cover all the core concepts in relation with writing, speaking, as well as reading also. Okay, so we are going to pretty much talk about the first point here. As you can look at the screen, the picture expansion method. Now, what exactly is this? Firstly, we have this particular method. Imagine yourself or your kid looking at a picture, or pretty much you can just show a picture to your kid and tell them to explain it out, or tell them to kind of talk about the picture. What would happen at that point of time? They might pretty much go blank because they are young kids. So here we are kind of trying to help them to build the confidence to talk about any picture that is pretty much provided to them. All right. So instead of just saying what is in it, the child will start expanding it. Okay. Probably the child will start using colors, the light, what is happening inside of it, or what's happening outside the frame. So it makes a lot of sense when you look at this particular first method that we are going to teach them. And the next method is it's a great method also known as the descriptive speaking, wherein we are going to teach your kids how to use their five senses. Or this particular technique is curated here at Wings Academy. So I would just like you to know the five senses technique is the most important technique when you're looking at creative writing. That's also going to be covered. All right. And the last one is kind of very, it's very friendly, it's amicable, it's kids friendly, and it feels like a game. So that's called the show don't tell method. In the sense, the show don't tell method does not just kind of focus on the definition of the whole phrase, but it tells you how you can get creative whilst you are talking about any object. Even if you show an object, they are going to kind of explain it at another level which you might not know actually exists. So we are going to even talk about that, and we are kind of going to let you know how exactly that works during our sessions. All right, so the conclusion here is we are going to practice these together on you know even in the classes, and we are going to give out many activities post the classes as well, so that your child feels comfortable in doing them. They're going to be fun, they're going to be realistic, and pretty much even you can relate with them at a certain level. So using these tools will turn a simple talk into a great story. So let's get started with this, and I hope you truly are able to connect with me till now. Okay, the next thing that I would really want to talk about is we are going to be talking about the structure of the speech, wherein we are going to kind of help your child analyze how a speech can be curated, or how a speech can be, can be formed. They will be able to form their own speeches at the end of this journey. So we are going to be talking about the 10-80-10 rule. So wherein we are going to tell that intro is just 10%, wherein we are going to also teach them how to use hooks. Now, hooks are another concept. As I told you, I just cannot go deeper into each point that I'm talking about here. The body is going to be obviously 80% of the speech content. Conclusion is another 10%. However, it's not as simple as it sounds. Every topic, or every the every bullet point over here, like intro, body, and conclusion, has its own explanatory factors. Okay, and we are going to cover a method known as the AWARE method. It is a tool for handling anxiety, uh, an explicit, a great tool for kids of any age, and it's a kind of a method wherein you can personally relate as well as a parent. Okay, so it's a tool for everyone. I want everyone to know here that we are going to practice this particular method known as the AWARE method, that is AWARE, as you can look at the screen. Whether you are 7 years old or 14 years old, this tool is definitely for you. So for our younger students, we will make it fun. We are going to be talking about the AWARE method, like playing a game of, we are going to make them look like scientists. All right, we are going to kind of play a game known as body science, wherein we are going to let them know how exactly you need to be aware of your surroundings. All right, now for our older students, we will use it like a professional tool. How? No matter what age you are, we are all going to learn how to stay calm and feel brave, and we are going to come together only with one goal in mind, and that is how to handle the pressure of speaking, how to kind of go on and become a great creative writer. We also have a certain section wherein we are going to touch arts and crafts as well. All right, so all this is a part of our summer camp 2026. It's going to be a really fun. All these skills are waiting for you to be learned. So gear up for a beautiful journey, guys. I just hope you give us a chance to be a part of your life as well, so that we can try to at least get that percent of impact when it comes to your kids to learn particular skills. All right, now, as I told you, this slide is all about creativity and fun altogether. Okay, this shows that your camp is not only about learning how to speak, or kind of learning how to write, but it's also about making fun, making fun things. Okay, we are going to learn the first point that you look on the screen. I mean, you can look at the screen, is story drawing activity. Okay, again, to jump into the whole concept of this, it's something that is truly, I can say, interesting, and a kid can relate at this particular activity at any level, and we are going to be doing that. And designing your own superhero, doesn't that sound great? Would you not want to design your own superhero? All right. Here we are going to use our hands and our imagination to tell even better stories. Okay. We're also going to look at learning how to make our own personalized bookmarks. Obviously, if you're a reader, then it is a icing on the cake. So these are the activities that we have got under an arts and crafts section. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what exactly we can get your kids to do. So as I told you, the bookmark is something pretty much special, where it's just not going to be a piece of paper. It's a reminder that all the great books and stories we are exploring together this summer, you can keep it in your favorite book. Okay, all these are going to be covered. These are also conceptual based activities, I can say. Okay, so whether you are 7 or 14, everyone loves to create something or the other at some given point of your lives. So grab your pencil and colors, and let's turn your ideas into art, guys. So let's go ahead and hit the summer camp with that positive note. All right. So I just want to give you a small activity even before I leave the screen today. So as you can read on the screen, that confidence is not about being perfect, it's speaking anyway. All right. So after the session, you can just answer a question, or you can help your child answer this particular question. Tell them to give a similar punchline. For example, if I say confidence is not being perfect, it is speaking any way you want. All right. So ask them if they can make a certain punchline all by themselves. All right. Now, the second mini activity is just let them fill this particular sentence. If you're looking at the demo here, you can just take down this small sentence and let them fill this out and see what they have to write at the end of the whole session. I am now a speaker who can do what? Just let them fill that out. Okay, so this is pretty much the end of the demo, guys. Thank you so much for joining in today. It was wonderful to share these ideas with you, and I am so proud to let you know that we are truly waiting here to enhance the journey of your kid in order for them to attain that confidence and that particular sense of not feeling hesitated when they are talking. Okay, but this is just the beginning. We have so many more stories to tell, games to play, and skills to share with each other. So I'm pretty much eager to see you in our upcoming classes. We are going to have an amazing time together. Okay, so remember just one thing before I leave, that your voice has power, your writing has the skill. Okay, so you get a little bit stronger with every session that we have got to give you. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day ahead. It's been really great. Thank you.